Metal is my favorite genre of music. Now combine that with my interest in the more artistic side of role-playing games, aka how the game is presented, and you will understand why I was pretty damn hyped when I discovered MÖRK BORG. Now MÖRK BORG is grim, it's heavy, it's apocalyptic. The world is ending and it's only a matter of time until it's all over. But if the end is certain, then why even play? Why struggle? Well, because before the end comes, there are treasures to be plundered, monsters to be slaughtered, and there's redemption to be found in the dying world. The rulebook gives the reader very nice pieces of lore that I won't spoil. But trust me, it's very interesting. The whole book is illustrated by these absolutely fantastic artworks. Everything has so much style put into it and really allows you to get sucked into this world. The game itself is very rules light, which is nice, and kinda like Savage Wars for example, there aren't any pre-built classes. I mean, there are, but using them is optional, and I personally prefer the you are what you wear approach, similar to Knave. Despite the rules lightness, the game offers many ways for the players to customize their characters. One thing I particularly like are omens. The DM can choose to let the players start with 1d2 omens, which they can use once per long rest. These are very powerful abilities, for example deal full damage on your next damage roll. I think since the game is deadly enough as it is, these power boosts are very fun to use. Also, the implications behind the omens are that they're being bestowed upon the players by some sort of supernatural entity. So that's fun stuff for the DM to just play around with. Speaking of things to torture your players with, spells. In MÖRK BORG, spells can be obtained through spell scrolls. Each scroll holds one spell, and there are different types of scrolls with different types of spells. Now, that in itself is not bad, I think. Since players can only hold a specific amount of items, they have to weigh whether or not it's worth to keep the scrolls or not. Magic is powerful, but it's also very dangerous, and messing up an incarnation can have consequences. Arcane catastrophes. This is where the fun begins. Big screw-ups while casting spells can result in a number of interesting mishaps that range from bad to please, just kill me. Let me make a new character. My favorites are the Freddy Krueger zombies. As I said, this entire game is a big balancing act of risk versus reward. The monsters included in the core rulebook are equally terrifying and for the most part present a creative twist on classic monsters like skeletons, trolls or traffic lights. Now that is sick monster design. Also included is the introductory dungeon crawl Rot Black Sludge, which I haven't played, but it looks like a good time. There is much more that I could talk about, especially the beautiful art that I mentioned before. I'm just so amazed at everyone who worked on this project. They really picked a style and went all out with it. That is so cool, and it just deserves so much praise and admiration in my opinion. But let's come to a conclusion here, since I want this to be a short video. So why should you be playing MÖRK BORG? Well, for me personally, I just love the idea. It is a true supernatural apocalypse. It reminds me a lot of post-eclipse Berserk. I think that there is a lot of beauty to be found in the dying world. As the sun goes down and the darkness eats itself, at least we still have one another. At the end of the day, it is the stories that we create that make TTRPG so great, and MÖRK BORG is the perfect place to tell a grim, dark story about a group of lost souls who try to survive in a land that will soon be consumed by nothingness. But until then, this is their story, and they decide how it ends, how they spend the time they have left in this world. And who knows? Maybe this doesn't have to be the end. There are some people after all who believe that all hope is not yet lost and that the apocalypse may be resolved. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe for more videos. If you want to try out MÖRK BORG for yourself, there is a free-to-play bare bones edition of the game on the official website. I will link it in the description of the video. You can also purchase the rulebooks and other goodies there, like for example a DM screen. If you are only interested in a PDF version of the rulebook, you can purchase that on RPG Drive-Thru. Link is also in the description of the video. I'm AeroTheLich, and I will see you soon. And don't forget, she demands sacrifice.